Have you ever noticed that your legs give out long before your breathing does? You're running, your heart rate feels controlled, you're not gasping for air, but your legs feel heavy, achy, and completely done. And honestly, that's annoying because you know your fitness is there. So you start wondering, is this a cardio problem? Do I just need to run more? Why does my body break down before my lungs do? And if that's been frustrating, I got you. Most athletes think this means something is wrong. And I thought that too. I've been on both sides of this, as a marathon runner chasing the Olympics, and as a coach helping runners who feel limited by their legs, not their lungs. This video is not about pushing harder, running less, or toughening up. I have one promise to you. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand why your legs fatigue before your lungs and how to fix it using my proven 3-step framework, the build, load, and blend method, in a way that actually lets you run more, not less. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll share the mistake almost everyone makes when they try to fix tired legs and why it keeps them stuck even though they're doing everything right. So let's get into it. But before we do, let me introduce you to my newest family member, Mowgli. Hi, say hi, Mowgli. So we got a dog. He loves biting. It's his favorite hobby. He's 8 weeks old. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of Mowgli. Yeah. Should we show them how cute you are? Mowgli, no biting. No biting. Here, say bye. Say bye. Mommy has to get back to filming. Yeah. This is how we make money. Bye. Here's where most runners get stuck. In my own experience, this is what confused me the most. I could bike forever. I could do tons of cardio. My lungs were fine. But the moment I started running more consistently, my calves were on fire. And I remember thinking, if my calves are already exhausted, why would I train them more? That made zero sense to me. And at the same time, I was hearing completely different advice. Do strength on hard days. No, do it on easy days. High reps, heavy weight, twice a week, once every 10 days. And no one explained how this should change as my running changed, as my mileage increased, as my workouts got harder, as fatigue built up. So I did what a lot of runners do. I winged it. And that winging it kept me injured. Here's the key reframe. Running is not limited by cardio alone. It's limited by tissue capacity. Your heart and lungs might be ready to go, but your muscles, tendons, and connective tissue are absorbing impact every single step. Thousands of contacts per run, multiple times your body weight. So when your legs fatigue early, it's not because your engine is weak. It's because the structure supporting the engine can't tolerate the load yet. This is why you can feel aerobically fine but physically cooked. And this is also why running breaks people who can do endless non-impact cardio. And before we keep going, if this is already helping you think differently about your running, liking this video and subscribing just helps YouTube show you more of this kind of content. Okay, now let me show you how I actually approach this. So BLB stands for Build, Load, and Blend. And it's a system I use to stop treating tired legs like a fitness problem and start treating it like a capacity problem. So instead of asking, how do I run harder? We ask, what does my body need to handle the running I'm already capable of? The order matters. So first, we build capacity. Then we apply load intelligently. And finally, we blend it with running so it actually works in real life. So let's break that down. So build is about increasing tissue capacity. And this is a step runners skip. They go straight to more mileage, more intensity, more grit. But if your calves, quads, or hips are the first thing to fail, that's where the work needs to start. For me, this showed up as calves that felt dead late in runs and quads that burned way earlier than they should have. And I didn't need more motivation. You guys probably already know that my motivation is quite naturally high. I needed tissue that could actually handle the load. Build isn't about destroying yourself at the gym. It's about teaching your legs to tolerate impact so fatigue shows up later, not sooner. Once capacity is addressed, the next question becomes how you load it. And this is where most runners mess it up. They treat strength like cardio. High reps, short rest, always chasing fatigue. And that trains tiredness, not durability. Load is about choosing how much, how heavy, how often, based on your race distance, your running volume, and your weakest link. Because a 5K runner and a marathon runner do not need the same type of load. And strength has to change as your running changes, otherwise it stops transferring. This is the most important step. Blend is about timing and integration. Strength can't just exist on top of running. It has to work with it. And that means strength volume comes down when running intensity goes up. We don't chase gym progress during peak training. And sessions are places where recovery actually makes sense. So if strength leaves you flat, stiff, or dreading your runs, it's not blended correctly. When blend is right, most runners notice the same thing. Their legs feel more stable, fatigue shows up later, and they can finally use the fitness they already have. Here's the mistake that keeps people stuck. They try to fix tired legs by running more or by adding random strength without changing the system. They solve the symptom, not the cause. And that's why people stay confused. That's why they keep guessing. That's why they keep winging it. And that's why progress feels fragile. So this framework is how I approach my own training now, and it's the same framework I've built my strength programs around. I'm no longer confused. I'm no longer constantly asking myself, which exercises should I do? How heavy should this be? How many reps and sets? How much rest? And especially, when should I do this with my runs? Is it okay to lift after a run? Is that too much? Should strength go on hard days or easy days? I heard so many different opinions for years. And that constant second guessing was a big reason I kept getting stuck. And what finally changed things for me was realizing that there isn't one right rule. There's only the right decision given the running you're doing right now. And that's why I built what I call the BLB Method. Not as a list of exercises, not as a generic strength routine, but as a way to answer one simple question. What does my body need at this point in my training? So strength supports my running instead of competing with it. The BLB method gives structure to all the questions runners get overwhelmed by. What to focus on, how to progress it, and how to fix it into real training weeks. And that's the method I built my strength programs around. So each program is specific to a race distance, the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, or the marathon, because the demands on your body and where fatigue shows up are completely different for each. And the strength work evolves as your running evolves. So instead of winging it week to week, you're following a system that adapts as mileage, intensity, and fatigue change. And I also partner with Prehab, who specialize in durability, movement quality, and keeping runners healthy long term. And their input helped shape how exercises are selected and progressed. Not to make you stronger in the gym, but to help you stay efficient and resilient as fatigue builds in training and racing. So rather than trying to piece together advice from everywhere, you're working within a method that was built specifically for runners who want to stay consistent. So if this video helped you realize why your legs have been the limiter and you're tired of winging what to do next, these programs are linked below. If your legs are holding you back, the answer isn't more cardio. It's building a body that can actually support the fitness you already have. And if this helped you see your training differently, you'll find my strength programs linked below. And if you're unsure which one fits you, then comment strength below and tell me how many days you run per week, your race distance, and where your legs usually fatigue, and I'll help you find the right place to start. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next Friday.